Jurassic World is stomping into theaters this coming summer on June 12th, 2015, and we could not be more excited. Of course, we could also Jurassic Park was a classic, stuck with these monster story about survival with gripping examples of thrills, chills, and of course some laughs. The Lost World elevated the story by returning to the now defunct second island and bringing a T-Rex back to good old San Diego. This definitely upped the scale in terms of story, but when the third film released in 2001, it was met with mixed reviews. Some attacked its lackluster story, others its not-so-great nods to the original two films. What irked us the most was a lack of restraint by governments to look into or fix the issue of the fact that there's an island full of dinosaurs that people can just freely hang glide around, or the fact that a freaking extinct animal running rampant through a major American city wasn't newsworthy enough to be mentioned in the third movie. What we're hoping Jurassic World does is acknowledge these previous issues while providing us with a new take on the story of Jurassic Park. Obviously, getting stuck with scary creatures and the thrill of survival is hard to avoid with a franchise like this one, and it's certainly what we're expecting. But now, give us a full-blown theme park with a new dinosaur threat. Take us where we haven't gone before, like underwater. After all, that's where life in dinosaurs 2 decades have passed. And with that, many new revelations into the dinosaur world and what these creatures looked and sounded like. Of course, we've always had the skeletons to base ideas off of, but some of the newest scientific discoveries suggest dinos were even more bird-like than we originally assumed. So much so that scientists are now confident that some predators, such as the famous velociraptors, were covered in fur, and honestly, a giant feathered dinosaur sounds so much more frightening. Also, raptors weren't that smart. You can still make a terrifying dinosaur scene without the damn thing knowing how to open a freaking door. But then again, that would mean we wouldn't get some awesome scenes like this one.
Clever girl.
Number 3, practical effects. What made the original film so compelling was their extraordinary blend of practical effects and puppets with groundbreaking CGI that created amazing pieces of art. Unfortunately, many action films, including Jurassic Park 3, haven't necessarily followed this model, saving time and money by hiring animators to make. We also want realistic stunts and set pieces. Sure, it's easy to use sound stages and green screens, but today's moviegoers can spot those a mile away. This is a franchise that asks its audience to believe that dinosaurs are once again roaming the earth. But not only that, but the general public is bored with them. If you want us to believe that they're real, then give us real locations, realistic stunts, real trees, and real jungles. For real. Number 4, no shaky cam. For the love of all dinosaurs, please no shaky cam. This isn't an issue that necessarily plagued any of the films in the trilogy so much, something that has plagued all action movies since then. Shaky cams have completely ruined action movies and any sense of the audience being able to keep up with what's happening. Believe it or not, audiences prefer to actually see a sweet, choreographed action scene and stunts than feel like they're in the scene. Jurassic Park 3 didn't go full-blown shaky, but it danced on the line, with the camera rumbling along with the hits the dinosaurs or our characters took during some of the action. While not entirely enough to make us throw up, it was mildly infuriating enough to mention it here. So please, Jurassic World filmmakers, we implore you, no shaky cam for the sake of audiences and the integrity of your name as a staple in the action genre. Number 5, scary humans. This may sound like a cliche, but cliches are based in reality, you guys. Humans can be just as scary, if not more so, than any dinosaur you can throw at us. So give us the villain we love to hate. Ultimately, people are to blame for these creatures and the havoc they wreak, and that includes what we can only assume will be total destruction in the next movie. Director Colin Trevorrow and his limited filmography has shown that he understands the human element and what it means to really be a person with real emotions. Anyone who has seen his amazing 2012 film Safety Not Guaranteed knows this, and really it gives us a ton of faith in this director. Number 6, suspense. While Spielberg and crew certainly nailed the terrifying moments and scary pop-ups and severed arm things, The filmmakers didn't really leave too much room for actual built-up suspense. Alfred Hitchcock taught us back in the day that suspense ultimately reigns supreme over surprise. Knowing a dinosaur is tracking and hunting human prey would be a lot more entertaining and edge-of-your-seat feeling than a T-Rex just crashing in to make an audience scream for just a moment. We go back to our underwater idea here. The suspense of a contained atmosphere like a huge dinosaur tank versus a huge jungle seems like it'd be slightly more nail-biting, especially with the audience clued into the dino's movements and whereabouts. At number 7, a strong, reliable heroine. In Jurassic Park, we got Laura Dern's character, who certainly defined the typical screaming damsel in distress role by taking matters into her own hands, saving the day, and kicking a few dinosaurs' butts while she was at it. In The Lost World, Julianne Moore played a pretty big badass herself, although ultimately her story was based in the guys coming to her rescue because she couldn't really handle herself there. And the third movie completely omitted any sense of a strong female role, with T. Leone just sort of screaming a lot. With word that Bryce Dallas Howard is taking the reins of our female lead, there's certainly hope for a strong role that will clash nicely with Chris Pratt's character if any of her previous spunky roles are any indication.
Safe in here, right?
Clasificada PG-13 en cines el 12 de junio.
You ever wonder why there was a job opening?
Every time we've unveiled a new attraction, attendance has spiked.
That was awesome!
Corporate felt genetic modification would up the wow factor.
She was designed to be bigger than the T-Rex.
What happened to the sibling?
She ate it. We have an asset out of containment.
Hey, you see? Up close with 4 dinosaurs.
There's 5 dinosaurs.
Look. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
You got 20,000 people. You got no more boats. You don't have enough guns.
If we do this my way. You got eyes on target?
Light it up!
Something's wrong. They're communicating.
We're talking about an animal here.
A highly intelligent animal.
Rated PG-13.
It's not about control. Stand down. It's a relationship. Based on respect. These animals are thinking, I gotta eat. I'm gonna hunt. You gotta be able to relate to at least one of those things.
Every time we've unveiled a new attraction, attendance has spiked.
That was awesome.
Corporate felt genetic modification would up the wow factor.
They're dinosaurs. Wow enough.
She was designed to be bigger than the T-Rex.
What happened to the sibling?
She ate it. We have an asset out of containment. What is that?
Her tracking implant. She clawed it out.
How would it know to do that?
She remembered where they put it in.
Oh, God.
She's killing for sport.
You got 20,000 people. You got no more boats. You don't have enough guns.
If we do this my way.
We got eyes on target.
Light it up!
Something's wrong. They're communicating.
We're talking about an animal here.
A highly intelligent animal.
Okay, folks. She's a little shy, so give her a hand when she comes out.
We have our first hybrid.
Probably not a good idea.
Oh, God.
She's a highly intelligent animal. Evacuate the island.